Living in apartments, you get to live right next to people or your neighbors. Neighbor Johnson, how you doing? As one particular gentleman would say, hello, internet people. And then again, I'm usually saying hello, sports fans. Well, hello to whoever listens and scratches their head in confusion and mayhem, wondering what the hell is this guy going to talk about next? Let me get the hell out of here. Well, you know, you got to like, and you got to dislike, and you got to comment. Seems fair to me, hitting either one of them. So, the world's reaction to Judge Ruth Bader Ginsburg's death. It's really hitting a hell of a lot of people over the past 2 to 3 hours. Right now it's 7:46 at night, and it's still Friday night, the 18th, 2020. And if that wasn't just ducky enough, Trump in his mouth again, or should I say Trump in his mouth again, still trying to predict that we are going to have vaccines before the election hits. He's trying to do everything he can to ensure that he's got edges going on. In fact, trying to shove a Supreme Court justice installed is going to be kudos in his hat because he did something that Obama didn't. Obama was curtailed by McConnell. McConnell doesn't like Obama. McConnell's just plain old man and mean. He's old and mean and cranky. He needs to get voted out. He needs to be retired. He's already lived up enough corporate greed, money, and public assistance from us. He needs to get the hell out of there, let somebody else run the damn state, and also help run the damn country. He's no damn useless to he's just useless to anybody, except for his own political agenda, his own survival agenda. He wants more money, more power, more clout. He's got it all. His damn ego's running around. So, yeah, it was a damn shame that seeing Judge Ginsburg passing away, and I expected her to pass away, especially when they made all those trips to the hospital. Trying to downplay it, and I knew there was something going on with her. This is only a matter of time, and I could just hear it all the way from here from Washington. Those rubbing of the hands. Who are you going to get to now? We should get out of office. We'll get the spot. Wouldn't be surprised if one of those guys actually did that. Blooming idiots. Earlier on, I was trying to talk about political education. And I was trying to get into my family history regarding education of what I've been through. And I couldn't quite get into it because of the news of the Bobcat fire we have out here in California, especially Southern California when it's hit in the Antelope Valley. Several hours ago, actually I think well into the night last night, it touched the valley floor of the Antelope Valley. Started to creep along, making its debut to chew up neighborhoods left and right. Juniper Hills was one of them. Pearl Blossom's freaking out. So is Lake Los Angeles, and so is Palmdale. All those houses on the edge of the communities there. And I was trying to explain my feelings and how I was reacting to it. You know, I turn this way and I can see the television. I'm just waiting for 8 o'clock to roll on so I can continue watching the fire coverage to see what kind of progress they've actually made on the Bobcat fire and if it's destroyed Juniper Hills or not. And this scares me. I have friends living out in that territory. They've got homes, they've got animals. And I'm worried about them. I was also talking about the psychological effects concerning about fires all the damn time. That what it was doing to me was making me a nervous wreck, and also my own dog. I mean, this morning, trying to get a quick run at a local grocery store to get some supplies, and smelled the air and freaked her out and freaked me out. And seeing the ash fall inside the apartment. Note, when you get fires in areas, make sure you have your windows closed so you don't get ashes inside. It's not very good. It's not very clean or hygienic. And not to mention, it's not very good to the lungs either. Especially when you have to keep pulling out masks left and right and trying to breathe through the damn things. Portable and disposable as they are, but still, I have to use these damn things. So I was trying to talk about my emotional situation going on at this point. I'll be here seeing what's going on. I know, yada, 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 emotional. And it never did quite go into the damn politics at this point over here. Oh, temperature's going up and going down again. Typical that old family. Freeze your ass in the morning and then cooks your ass the rest of the day. The political education they're talking about. We've been indoctrinated a long time ago as kids growing up. The current generation we've got, 20s and younger than that, they hadn't quite gone through what us old farts have gone through. 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, that kind of generations. How we were taught in our classes by our teachers, our instructors, our parents, our principals in the schools, on how we're supposed to be behaving and being educated in the American way. We're supposed to be knowing the system by heart. Well, you needed to know something about the system to pass your classes. When you're going through K through 6, especially me, a couple of schools had their own versions of political education. I had to learn about the education of the state of California because I need to know history about California. I was just taught. And every week we had the ceremony. We had to see and salute the flag early in the morning with the sounds of patriotic music and the principal leading us on into the Pledge of Allegiance. This was happening over Coldwater, God knows how many decades ago before I got out of there. Spent about almost 5 years in that place. Kindergarten almost through 4th grade. Moved out when I was 4th grade into another school. They didn't have ceremonies, but they did have you standing up, saying the Pledge of Allegiance in the class every single morning. Graduate and get into junior high. No more assemblies, but you do the Pledge of Allegiance in homeroom. Whatever classes you had. And senior high, same damn thing too. No assemblies, just Pledge of Allegiance. Second period, always. Political indoctrination there. Of course, in senior high, they gave you government class. You're supposed to know about the principles, how we formed, why we formed, all the history of the United States. Goes in one ear out the other ear. For some of us who are actually scholarly minded, we actually retained that information. But for the rest of us, it's like, excuse me. Oh, we get to vote when we get the age of 18. Well, that's cool. What are we voting for? What are we voting on? Oh, hell, I care. General attitude of a teenager. At least back then, anyway. Get into college, they expect you to act like a damn adult. Well, how the hell are you supposed to act like a damn adult if you're 16 and you're in a genius, or you're 17, 18, 19, you're supposed to be in the cusp of adulthood. 20, 21, you're supposed to know what the hell you're supposed to do as an adult. So they treated you as an adult. And if you survived political science during that time, then maybe you would have figured out something about America. Here's the thing. They had to give you context when it came down for high school. Some context to bring you into the collegiate world. Because without that context, there's no way in hell you're going to be able to understand what the hell's going on. There's no way in hell. Change channel, wait for Channel 9 News to come on. Okay, Cal. Take the glasses off. Damn, they're falling apart anyway. In college, you're expected to be treated as an adult because you are supposed to be an adult. You're supposed to be mature enough to understand, to keep studying all the information, and then regurgitate that information. Doesn't exactly happen for some of us students anyway. Some of us like to drop out, others are pushed out, and others are just wondering what the hell we're doing over there in the first place. And while we're seeing our grades going. And then we get the letter. You're suspended for about a year, come back again, apply, see what happens. Yeah, because you didn't keep up to a contract. You didn't think of it as a legal document, did you, when you signed up to those damn papers years ago? I didn't. One ear out the other ear. These are the things that you had to learn by yourself growing up as a kid back then. From a kid into adulthood. And that's what I did. Screwed up 2.5 years of college work. Then I had to work my ass off for 30 fucking years. Pardon language, but 30 full-time jobs. Not as in the quantity of numbers 30, but 30 years worth of part-time and full-time and temporary office work, retail, call center. A hell of a lot of work experience, a hell of a lot of context, a hell of a lot of contact and an understanding of why the system works in all shapes and form. And in one way it's educational, and the second way I wish I could have gone through the academia, but the academia wouldn't give me the practical experience necessary. Because I wouldn't be paying attention enough to what was going on unless it was supposed to be for a class assignment. And when I took the college courses this time, for the second time around, 5 years at Antelope Valley College, and I take history, world history, U.S. history, California history, hook that in with political science classes I've already taken, just to get complete context. I look at everything going on around me. Sometimes I want to scream out loud, what the hell am I doing? Students these days need the context. They need to understand why the world's working the way it is, what's making it sick and tick, where's the positions that one could take, if any. I mean, there's so many questions to ask about the situation. It's just kind of hard to get into it. After seeing what's been happening over the past, God knows how many decades, of how the political system has changed and mutated and morphed, including the last 4 years, into a most complete combative system I've ever seen at this point over here. It makes me wonder if the American people are actually going to be thinking about fascism without thinking about fascism. Are they going to be doing fascism without even realizing they're doing fascism at this point over here? Absolute patriotism? That's fascism. I'm sorry. Our founding fathers and our soldiers have fought and died like crazy. I know they fought for the ideals of America, what their ideals of America was supposed to be, and for the freedom to decide whether or not we actually want to celebrate the ideals of America. But whose version of America are we trying to celebrate? I mean, those are the things that people have yet to figure out these days, and they think they got it polarized, and they don't. They absolutely don't. They don't understand all the ramifications that are happening right now as it is. And They're freaking. And people are killing each other, almost literally. They're getting each other in trouble. They're screaming at each other, yes, left and right. What the hell have we become? What have we become? I honestly have no clue. If we didn't have the COVID-19, we'd be still running into the same political situations at this point over here. But since we do got a bug that's been kicking our ass left and right across the world for over a year now, it's a terrifying son of a bitch. Yeah, I did say it over a year. Because it had to originate somewhere else and percolate and mutate before it crossed the waters and got over to United States territory, one way or another. I'm not blaming, I'm just saying about the damn bug. That's about it. I'm not saying where the hell it came from. It had to be percolating and mutating and changing into something else that made it a hell of a lot lethal for us. And for us having a hard time trying to deal with it. And that's affecting our politics because we had to throw politics into the damn thing. So now we got that damn mess to deal with. We've got global warming happening right now. We've got natural disasters happening at more of a frequent rate. I'm not talking about earthquakes. I'm talking about fires, and I'm talking about hurricanes, floods, fires. What else kind of environmental hazard have we also caused besides global warming at this point? So that's another thing. Food shortages. We're waiting for a blight now. We're going to be waiting for locusts. We're going to be waiting for an invasion of insects that's going to be invading us left and right. Throw politics in it. That's what we're good at. You know, for someone who's very popular, he keeps, well, this is just my thought. I know these are my thoughts. These are my thoughts regarding situations like this. These are my musings. You gotta hear the recordings that I actually do for myself. I've kept this language almost pretty clean. Almost. But my audio recordings are a hell of a lot worse than that. And when it comes to the time when I'm actually passing away, maybe they'll make it known to the people. Kind of a screwed up weirdo I think I am when people think I am. Then maybe they'll be realizing, why the hell didn't this guy actually say something to the people at large? Well, I don't know. You tell me about that one. Because everyone else kept avoiding me like the damn plague. But this is my way of trying to get things off my chest, get things off my mind. I've had a hell of a lot of issues happening over the past several years that's been weighing me down, that precludes me from being a functional human being. See, I'm sounding very rational at this point. You think, well, you sound very functional at this point, so what's his major malfunction? That's going to be another listing of another video right there. I'll be going over all these here millenniums, or maybe I've already gotten through it, and I just forgot which particular video it was. For right now, I'm waiting for the political news to get off so I can keep up with the damn fire news. So, I will see you later.